Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The board meeting began tonight at 6:30. We are now convening to conduct the remaining of our agenda following closed session. The Pledge of Allegiance and the roll call have been already conducted. We're going to go right into Discover Mokena. Community calendar, Clerk Martini.
The community calendar for April 2022, on April 12th is a recycle day. Also on April 12th, there's a free leaf and branch pickup for bags of leaves and bundled branches. Call the Village Hall at 708-479-3900 or visit www.mokena.org to schedule a pickup. April 15th, the Village Hall will be closed. Normal business hours will resume on April 18th. April 18th, the Village Board work session is at 6 o'clock p.m. at the Village Hall. April 18th, the Mokena Fire Department CPR class is from 6 o'clock p.m. to 9:30 p.m. at 19853 South Wolf Road. For more information and or to register online at mokenafire.org or at station number 1. April 21st is the Planning Commission Zoning Board of Appeals meeting at 7 o'clock p.m. at the Village Hall. April 22nd through 23rd, the Friends of Mokena Library Spring Book Sale at the Mokena Community Public Library, 11327 West 195th Street. It's from Friday from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday 9:30 a.m. to 3 o'clock p.m. For more information, call the Mokena Public Library at 708-479-9663 or check out Friends of the Library at www.mokenalibrary.org. April 25th, the Village Board of Trustee meeting is being held at the Village Hall at 7 o'clock p.m. April 26th is the Recyclable Day. April 30th, the DEA Mokena Drug Take Back Initiative is from 10 o'clock a.m. to 2 o'clock p.m. at the Mokena Police Department at 10907 Front Street. Bring in your expired and unused prescription drugs to be properly disposed. No liquids will be accepted.
Thank you, Clerk.
You're welcome.
Public comments. Does anybody have any comments? Please step up. Your name?
Chris Bebo. I live in Mokena. I want to know, we have the branch pickup and leaf pickup. At one time, Mokena offered they used to come around, pick up your branches, and also a chopper. And when and why was that taken away from us? They had big branches, and they would chop them, and it was just a normal thing. This would happen in spring and fall.
You using the chipper you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. Jim?
Yeah, I don't, since being here in June of last year, I don't recall ever having the chipper out there, but we would pick up the branches and then take them back, and we would take care of that back at the streets and garage, so.
Yeah, no, it was that stopped. I mean, because I just cut down 2 trees, and I have branches out there, and put them in little 4-foot things and bundle them up. Pardon?
Did you call the village?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
I had to put them in little bundles, and it's just like these branches are branches. And they won't pick them up. They have to be 4 foot or less, and in tiny little bundles. It's just like, these are trees. And they said no. And as a matter of fact, I had an incident that happened a couple of years ago. During a storm, a huge 10, 12-foot branch fell. And I asked if they can send a chopper out. And they said, no, we don't send choppers out. And I'm like, well, why?
So
It was hanging over the sidewalk, and it was a parkway tree. And they wouldn't send anybody out, so I left it there. What am I supposed to do with a 10, 12-foot branch? And especially if you don't come and pick them up. I don't. And it was an issue I had. And then somebody complained that there was the branch because they couldn't walk over the sidewalk. And I'm like, there was no response. Nobody would come out and take care of it. And then somebody did. And they said, just call. I said, I called, but nobody wanted to take care of it.
So John, you want to get her name and address and stuff and phone number? They'll make sure they'll get this taken care of.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll say that normally we will pick up branches or chip branches. If it's a whole tree removal, that might be a little bit different situation, or if the tree branches are back into private property, usually we ask that they be accessible for public, but to my knowledge, we still will remove some of those branches as long as they're accessible in the parkway.
Yeah, I put them all in the parkway. They're all lined up in the parkway, but there's, I mean, the thing's this tall and it's wide, 2 trees. So, and
And if it's branches, we will do that. Now, whole tree removal, that might be a different
no, I took
situation.
it down, and somebody took the big logs already. Because they-
Yeah, I'm sure we can accommodate that.
Okay, thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you.
And, you know, I apologize if they didn't take care of branches that were associated with a parkway tree. I'm not sure why, but that is our responsibility, and I would just say again, if it happens again, call in, ask to put a work order in for Public Works, and we'll deal with it.
Okay, I do need that in the front too, because the tree is really big and it's overhanging the bottom branches and the trucks. and
It's
buses.
parkway tree?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get your address, we'll take care of
Okay,
it.
thank you.
Yeah, have a
Thank
few
you
of
so
you,
much.
Mr. Blow can step up in the hallway with you right now and take your information.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else have any comments? Public comments? Okay, not seen. We'll move on. Consent agenda. John Tomasowski.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Ladies and gentlemen, there are 4 items on the consent agenda this evening, and they are as follows. First item is a motion to conditionally approve Mokena Festive Italiana's annual Festive Italiana, Sunday, July 17, 2022, utilizing the Front Street commuter lots, and to authorize the use of municipal village resources for event setup and coordination, contingent upon staff's confirmation and approval of the applicant's final application materials. Second item is a motion to adopt ordinance number 2022-0-005, an ordinance pertaining to parking restrictions within the village of Mokena, and authorize the village president and village clerk to execute same. Third item is a motion to approve the minutes from the March 21st, 2022 work session. And the final item is a motion to approve the minutes from the March 28th, 2022 board meeting.
A motion to approve consent agenda.
Mayor Pro Tem, motion to approve consent agenda items 7A, B, C, and D is depicted in the April 7th, 2022 request for board action prepared by the village administrator.
Second.
We have a motion properly second. Any questions from the board? Not seen. Clerk Martini, please take a vote. Roll call.
Trustee Engler.
Aye.
Trustee Richmond.
Aye.
Trustee Hudson.
Aye.
Trustee Dauphiné.
Aye.
And Trustee Fedora.
Aye.
Motion carried. Finance report. Accounts payable, Sharon Dangles.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Good evening, everyone. Tonight for the board's review is the accounts payable for April totaling $2,040,940.75. I have taken the opportunity to highlight 2 invoices to be paid. They're both by Williams Brothers Construction for wastewater treatment plant improvements. The first one is in the amount of $756,615.22 and $118,732.30. Should the board concur with staff's recommendation to approve the monthly accounts payable for April, a motion would be in order.
Can I have a motion, please?
Mayor Pro Tem, motion to approve the monthly accounts payable in the amount of $2,040,940.75.
Second.
We have a motion properly second. Any questions from the board? Not seen. Clerk Martini, take a vote.
Trustee Engler.
Aye.
Trustee Richmond.
Aye.
Trustee Fedora.
Aye.
Trustee Hudson.
Aye.
Trustee Dauphiné.
Aye.
Motion carried. Next, we have appointments and proclamations. Arbor Day proclamation, Clerk Martini.
The proclamation for April 29th, 2022 is Arbor Day in the Village of Mokena. Whereas in 1872, J. Sterling Morton proposed to the Nebraska Board of Agriculture that a special day be set aside for the planting of trees. And whereas this holiday called Arbor Day was first observed with the planting of more than 1 million trees in Nebraska and is now observed throughout the nation and the world. And whereas trees reduce the erosion of our precious topsoil by wind and water, reduce heating and cooling costs, moderate the temperature, clean the air, produce oxygen, and provide habitat for wildlife. And whereas trees are a renewable resource giving us paper, wood for our homes, fuel for our fires, and countless other wood products. And whereas trees in our village increase property value, enhance the economic vitality of business areas, and beautify our community. And whereas trees, wherever they are planted, are a source of joy and spiritual renewal. Now, therefore, I, Frank Flesher, Village President, do hereby proclaim April 29th, 2022 as Arbor Day in the Village of Mokena, and urge all citizens to celebrate Arbor Day and support efforts to protect our trees and woodlands. And further, I urge all citizens to plant trees to gladden the heart and promote the well-being of this and future generations. Dated this 11th day of April 2022.
Thank you, Clerk. Next, we have Dr. Patterson's proclamation. Clerk, you want to read that? Not the proclamation, but the memorandum.
Sure. This evening, we're honoring Chip Patterson with a proclamation from the Village Board, as well as recognition from the Mokena Chamber of Commerce. Dr. Patterson recently retired after 30 years of service, dentistry service to the Village of Mokena and to surrounding communities. And during this time, he was highly active as a volunteer in support of the local business community. As a member of the Chamber of Commerce, going above and beyond, providing leadership as Chamber President. Dr. Patterson additionally served on the village's Environmental Commission back in the 1990s into the 2000s, and then when that was transformed to the Downtown Committee, he served on that committee as well. He continues to serve on our Downtown Tax Increment Financing, or TIF, Joint Review Board. So with that, I turn it back over to you, Mayor Pro Tem, and for the reading of the proclamation. And then afterwards, we'll have Craig McCutcheon provide a brief presentation on behalf of the Chamber.
Thank you, Clerk.
Village of Mokena, Dr. Garnet Chip Patterson's proclamation. Whereas Dr. Garnet Chip Patterson is a resident of Mokena and has provided quality dentistry services to Mokena and the surrounding area for the past 30 years. Whereas Dr. Patterson graduated from Northwestern University Dental School in 1989. And whereas Dr. Patterson continued his advanced education by achieving numerous professional fellowships with concentrations in advanced dentistry and oral oncology, in addition to the completion of a comprehensive implant surgery course at the Nish Institution and curriculum for complete dentistry at the Dawson Academy. And whereas Dr. Patterson's dental practice, located at Front Street and Wolf Road, was the first of its kind in Mokena, opening its doors in 1992. And whereas, since then, the practice not only expanded its space, but it acquired a second location in New Lenox to better serve patients from neighboring towns with more availability and convenience. And whereas Dr. Patterson has been a powerful influence for good in the growth and progress in the community, earning the affection of the host of area residents who are proud to call him friend, and his dedication to the best interest of the community has won the high regard of all of his associates. And whereas Dr. Patterson has been an active participant in civic affairs and projects, having held responsible positions on all boards and organizations as a member of the Village Environmental Commission, Downtown Committee, and Downtown Tax Increment Financing Joint Review Board, as a member of the Mokena Community Park District's Steering Committee, and as Chamber President of the Mokena Chamber of Commerce. And whereas Dr. Patterson recently announced his retirement from dentistry practice after 30 dedicated years, effective March 28, 2022, and is being honored by friends, co-workers, and the community who are deeply appreciative of his contributions to the Village of Mokena throughout the years. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that I, Frank A. Flesher, Village President, Village of Mokena, Will County, Illinois, extends on behalf of the Board of Trustees and citizens of Mokena their sincere appreciation and commendation to Dr. Patterson for his exemplary 30-year career as the community dentist and wish him much happiness and fulfillment in his well-earned retirement. Proclaimed this 11th day of April 2022.
Thanks. Well, you'll give me the floor for like 45 minutes here now? I'll give you the floor for like 3 minutes. No, absolutely. I'm just kidding. Thank you very much. When I came to Mokena in 1992, and we moved Jill and I moved here and began a family, and we opened our practice. We had no idea what we would encounter and what we would be able to do, and it's been great. We've raised our family here. Our 2 kids went through school here and have gone on now to finishing up college and medical school. And our goal has always been to be a part of this community with our practice, with our lives, and with our children, and it's been great. Mokena has been a wonderful part of our lives. It will continue to be a wonderful part of our lives. The dentistry part is now just finishing up. Thank you very much. All right.
Dr. Patterson, I just want to say thank you for the service that you provided this village, the dedication that you have, and I wish you the best of luck on your retirement. It's awesome. Trust me, I retired, and it's great. You'll love it. Craig, you got something to...
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. I'm Craig McCutcheon. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm the past president of Mokena Chamber of Commerce. I had the good fortune of following Dr. Chip in his presidency of the chamber he was the president in 1998. Very hard to come up with so many different things from all the accomplishments of Dr. Chip and what's already been said tonight. But I'd like to bring 4 items up, a little personal bent too, on my personal bent, so forgive me. As I said, I had the good fortune of being the vice president behind Dr. Chip. During his presidency, this community may not know this, but Dr. Chip started the Banner Program. The Banner Program is very successful street signs that have been going on for the last, easily, 22, 23 years. Dr. Chip had the vision and the skill set and the ability to bring together 3 entities in our community: the Mokena Chamber of Commerce, the Village of Mokena, and the Park District. There was a need in 1998 to get a stage that we use for community events. And Dr. Chip was instrumental in if you recall, of bringing that together. And we used that stage in the chamber for Concerts in the Park, another events that was part of Dr. Chip's being a part of. He was also very instrumental in helping and supporting the Mokena Chamber Golf outing, which still exists today. And he also developed and formalized the position of executive director of the Chamber of Commerce. That particular position has been well represented to this day, even by Melissa Fedora. Besides the Chamber, I'd also like to talk to you a little bit about downtown Mokena and Dr. Chip. Not only is his business down there, but personally, Dr. Chip and Dr. Jill have invested in the redevelopment of downtown Mokena. Numerous times, Dr. Chip has walked the walk, not just talked the talk, by investing, rehabbing, and turning unused or underused properties into beautiful buildings that enhance our downtown community today. As it relates to his dental practice, for over 30 years, I personally watched Dr. Chip build his business and staff by simply being the most accessible, accommodating, professional, and friendly dentist that you could ever know. He has been my guy and my family's guy for over 25 years. I have to tell you this personal story. I'll make it as quick as I can. About 22 years ago, as a lot of young families do when they're raising their kids, the couples and the kids will get together and go away for a little outing. This particular Saturday and Sunday was up at a cottage in Valparaiso, of which my family and Dr. Patterson's family and a couple other families went up to just celebrate, have some dinner, maybe a few drinks, and even a bonfire. And couldn't have been more than 45 minutes after Dr. Chip and his kids got there, he received a phone call from his emergency line of his business. It appears a local boy had had an accident a couple hours earlier and had his 2 front teeth knocked out, or at least chipped, and needed some very important emergency addressing. There was no doubt in our mind that Dr. Chip was leaving to go help that young boy. What was so interesting about the whole story was that boy and that family were not customers of Dr. Chip's. They could not reach their own dentist for an hour or 2 hours, but someone in their family knew Dr. Chip, made the phone call, no doubt he was gone. And in the discussion, I just remember today, to this day, Dr. Chip saying, in the end, a little boy needed his teeth to be put back together. So that's the type of guy we have in our community for the last 30 years. As far as friendship, everyone who spends any amount of time with Chip knows he's a hardworking professional, a dedicated and loving husband and father, a fair and generous boss, and certainly a loyal friend. Dr. Chip is knowledgeable in so many topics of discussion: current events, education, religion, sports, and dare I say, politics. We have had wonderful discussions on all of the aforementioned topic, and not always with alcohol involved. Chip, you have made your family, your coworkers, and your friends better by just being a part of our lives. You have made Mokena a better place. May God bless you and your family with many more years of health and happiness. So I'd like to present to Dr. Chip a plaque that the Mokena Chamber of Commerce has given to me. I'll read it. Congratulations on your retirement. Proudly presented to Dr. Garnett Chip Patterson. 30 years of service in dentistry, dedication to the community, and leadership in the Mokena Chamber of Commerce. Nearly 11,000 days of making a difference, countless patient examinations and x-rays, hours spent promoting good oral health, numerous procedures performed, so many brighter, happy smiles, a leader, mentor, and friend, everlasting memories, one happy retiree. Chip Patterson, 2022.
Chip, good luck. Well wishes. Enjoy your life.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, old business. Request to purchase fiscal year 22 lift truck.
Yes, thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. Following the board approving the resolution authorizing the placement of orders for the fleet vehicles and equipment through the Suburban Purchasing Cooperative for fiscal 23, staff learned that one of the SPC vendors could supply the F-550 lift truck as early as the fourth quarter of 22. The vendor is Runyon, and is a vendor the village has used for maintenance of our lift trucks as of today. Runyon sensed a supply chain issue, backlog, and ordered several of the 22 model F-550s to be outfitted as lift trucks. The SPC supplier, Sutton Automotive Group, who we work with today, does not have any 22 F-550s available and will not have any more based off of the supply chain issues. Based on that information, staff asked Sutton Automotive if there would be a price increase for the 23 models, and they have confirmed price increases of approximately $5,000 to $7,000 would be applied. Therefore, staff asked Runyon to provide a quote for the 22 model year, and that came in at $131,535. This is approximately $6,000 more than the SPC price that is no longer available. Based on Runyon's availability to provide the 22 model at a price equivalent of the price the village would pay for the 23 model, when available, staff is recommending that the board approve the purchase. As this is not an SPC purchase, normally a bid would be issued. However, based on the supply chain delays, uncertain delivery dates, and uncertain costs, staff is recommending the board waive the bidding requirements and proceed with the purchase through Runyon. Staff has conferred with the attorney Buck regarding this process. By law, the village is allowed to waive the bidding requirements for this type of purchase if the board approves such action by a vote of 2/3 of those elected officials then holding office. This includes the mayor, so 5 out of the 7 elected officials must approve such action. Based on the cost benefits and expected lead time improvements, it's staff's recommendation to waive the bidding requirements and purchase the F-550 directly through Runyon Equipment Company. Should the board concur with staff's recommendations, the following motion would be appropriate.
Thank you, Jim. Motion, can I have a motion, please?
Mayor Pro Tem, motion to waive the bidding requirements pursuant to 65 ILCS 5/8-9-1 for the purchase of the F-550 lift truck for the amount of $131,575 from Runyon Equipment Company and to authorize the Public Works Director to execute the purchase.
Second.
We have a motion, probably second. Any questions from the board? Seeing none, Clerk Martini, take a vote.
Trustee Angler?
Aye.
Trustee Richmond?
Aye.
Trustee Fedora?
Aye.
Trustee Budson?
Aye.
Trustee Dolphine?
Aye.
And Trustee Matenis?
Aye.
6.
So motion carried. Next is the village administrator comments. Mr. Tomasowski?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem. We'll have Mr. Ziska lead us off this evening.
Thank you, John, and good evening, Board. Up next, on behalf of the Community Development Department, I'm pleased to provide a few updates on what's going on out in the community, including some new businesses that we'd like to welcome to town, including Bell Tire, which is a Detroit-based wheel and tire store that has just opened up only a handful of locations in Illinois alongside the Joliet and Naperville, Aurora locations. So I'd like to welcome them at the southwest corner of LaPorte and LaGrange Road there. Also like to welcome Best View Eye Care, which helps with diagnosing and managing vision disorders. Just opened up their location in downtown Mokena off of Front Street. I'd like to welcome Country Financial, which is an insurance agency, open off of Wolf Road at 19806 in Unit 105. And I'd like to welcome Marlin Furniture to their new location off of Walnut Lane, just west of Schoolhouse Road. They are a furniture restoration company that just relocated from our Willow Lane Plaza. It's nice to retain this business here in town. I'd like to welcome Natalie's Binding Service, which is a carpet repair and finishing service that recently opened up in our 80th Avenue Industrial Park, just south of I-80 and west of 80th Avenue there. And then last but not least, we'd like to welcome Ready to Go Veterinary Rehabilitation, which is a canine rehab and veterinary service that just opened up off of Old LaGrange Road. So we wish all of our new businesses well. And now it's that time of year. Now that some hospitable weather is finally upon us, I'm sure many of you are thinking about perhaps doing some work around the house. Maybe that involves some plans to the home or plans to improve your property. So if you are looking to make some improvements, you may be happy to know that the village does offer a variety of no-fee permit applications to help you kind of keep track of some of the improvements, smaller improvements you make around the home over time. That includes some non-structural roof repairs, replacement of plumbing fixtures, like-for-like fixtures, window replacements, temporary pools, driveway seal coating, and then temporary storage containers. So if you're looking to make some more significant improvements around the house, then we also have a variety of other permits that would include some review and inspection fees that vary depending on the extent of your scope of work.
We have those listed here, and you can also find out more by visiting our webpage at mokena.org. So to find just some of our permit applications, you just look on the left-hand side of your page, the applications, forms, and permits tab there. It'll redirect you to a new page with all of our permit types listed there for your convenience. Or if you have any questions, you can also call staff at 708-479-3900. So with that, I will turn it back over to you, Administrator Tomasowski.
Thank you, Matt. And we'll wish Ms. Kim Yaki, thank her for 22 years of service. Thank her for all her dedication here at the village, and wish her the best in her future endeavors, as her last day with us will be on Thursday. And that's what we have, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem.
Thank you, John. Trustee comments. Ms. Engler. Trustee Engler.
Yes, Chip, I can't believe it's been 30 years. I think I've known you most of that time, too.
You have.
We've worked together on a lot of things, and I can't thank you enough for all your help. And I remember being in a tent on Front Street doing Christmas Fest, using your safe for money, and I just remember you saying, you could use the safe, but just don't touch it. I'm like, okay, I got it. And Jill, thank you for letting us have him and helping with everything. And I can't believe I got to watch Lane and Jack grow up. I mean, I remember when they were little.
Bubbles.
Bubbles. That's me, because I was playing Bubbles with Lane in the park. Chip thought it sounded like an interesting name for something else, but but I wish you all the best of luck, and I know we'll see you in town, and thank you so much for everything. And you too, Jill. We appreciate you both.
Thank you, Debbie.
Trustee Richmond.
I want to do my other
Quickly also too is I saw the bell tire open and they put a nice American flag out front, so good job, Matt, for staying on that, and it's another addition to our community. Cleanup day, we had a great success, had a lot of people show up. It looked like it was going to be a little light, but then all of a sudden the cars and people just started showing up, so it was a great success. And Chip, I just have one question. I've got a 12 o'clock appointment tomorrow. Will you be there or not? No, thank you very much for all you've done for me and my family and that. Appreciate it, and for the community and that. And, thank you. Good luck on retirement.
Thank you.
Trustee Delphinese.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Temp. Just want to echo what Trustee Richmond said. Cleanup Day was a lot of fun, and appreciate everyone that came out to lend a hand to clean up the town here. I did enjoy with the Arbor Day proclamation learning that Mokena is a tree city and has been designated as such for 17 years, so that's a wonderful thing. And then Dr. Patterson, trying to find the right words, with my family, was go a long ways with you, of course. Of course, you have our heartfelt appreciation and admiration for all that you do, and appreciate all that you do for all of us that live and work here. So thank you very much, and excited for your next adventure. So thank you very much. Thank you, Dr. Joe.
Trustee Fedora.
Thank you. Chip, again, thank you for everything you've done for the community. It's pretty amazing how many people in this room that you're their dentist, myself included, so that is very neat to see. Thank you for everything that you've done for the chamber. Craig, you did an amazing job, as I knew you would, relaying all of everyone's feelings, and Trustee Engler was a big part of that whole generation with you all, and thank you for the banner program that's still alive and well today. The banners you see on Wolf Road and LaPorte Road, I know that was a big part of your whole team, and obviously it was a great idea because decades later we're still doing it and still making good fundraising money for the Chamber of Commerce off of that. And just enjoy your retirement, and don't be a stranger. I'm sure we'll see you around still.
Thank you.
Trustee Budson.
Thank you, Mayor Pro Tem. I just want to echo what Jim said about Cleanup Day. We had, I think, probably one of the larger turnouts in quite a while, and these kids were really into it. I mean, they were climbing through brush and weeds and finding, the little scrap of paper or dragging, sheets of siding out of the right-of-way. So, again, to everyone that came out, thank you. It does make our community just a nicer place to live. Also, bell tire. I heard from a resident that the flag is up. It looks very impressive. Again, Matt, thanks for staying on them. I saw that flag at their Joliet store, and I says it's tall, it's big, it's very impressive looking. And I asked Matt, please make sure that they are going to put up the same type flag and flagpole. And then finally, Chip, Jill, congratulations on your retirement, on Chip's retirement. You'll still be getting up and going to the office, but give them about 2 weeks and then get the honey-do list out. That's about what I got when I retired, but back, I don't know when it was, probably 91, 92, Chip, that we had a welcome wagon lady in town by the name of Evelyn Sedidlo. And she was an old family friend of ours. I attended her wedding when I was like 5 years old or something. Yep, but she gave me your name and says, hey, if you need a dentist in town, we got a brand new dentist here, you know, a young kid, and he seems good. He seems good. And so, like Melissa said and others, our family, you've been our dentist since the whole 30 years, and we appreciate everything you've done for us. Thank you. Yeah, and again, congratulations.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. Debbie?
Okay, now I want to do my other comments. Well, I just wanted Chip to get his recognition he deserved. Leaf and branch pickup, don't forget about it. If you can't put your stuff in paper, but if they don't pick it up right away tomorrow, don't panic, because I've seen a lot of stuff out there, so I know it's going to take them a while to get around to it all. So give them a day or two for that. And cleanup day, thank you, everybody. It was wonderful. We served 200 hot dogs, and they all went. So we had quite a crowd here, and quite a hungry crowd after they were cleaning up all the things like Trustee Butson said. They had tires, they had pipes, they had all kinds of things. But thank you to the village staff who were all out here. Chris Foster, thank you so much for all your help. Community Affairs, Richard, Kirk, Dee, Colleen, Mike Cooper, Marietta, Public Works. Couldn't have done it without you guys driving them all around. And the kids just love being in the back of those trucks. Fields Tree, they donated 2 trees. Crafted, thank you for donating trees. Burkhart's donated, Brookhaven donated, Speedway donated, Meyer donated stuff, and Janine Johnson, she walked all up and down from Grassmere, from Everett to Wolf Road, cleaning up for us. We couldn't have done it without all of you. It was a little chilly out there, and we appreciate all you've done. And just in case anybody's wondering, Hog Wild is gone, but it wasn't gone because they didn't do well. It was gone because they can't handle both locations. So they just wanted everybody to know that, you know, they'll miss us and we'll miss them. And Matt, you forgot the 19th hole when you were talking about new businesses. It's on 191st Street. Everybody's got to go check it out. It's a great place. Adults, kids, you're going to love it. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Debbie. Clerk Martini?
I'll pass for tonight. Thank you.
Okay. Just a few comments. I think, Debbie, you covered everybody almost on cleanup day, whoever helped out. I also would like to thank you and Mike. You guys did a fantastic job, and I think without you guys, I don't know how we're going to do this again, but hopefully you guys keep doing it for years to come. Also, yeah, the kids, they were very eager. We picked up like 4 tires they picked up, and they were rolling them and carrying them to throw out. So everybody was, and out of those hot dogs, I had a couple of those, so they were very good. So I know Jim Richmond was cooking up there with Mike.
And we were in charge,
Yeah, so it was good. Jim Schlegel, it's cleanup day every day for you. He was out there. Even when we were doing the tree, he was out there picking up, garbage and cleaning. And I know I see you around town picking up stuff almost every day. You're out there. So thank you so much for everything you do.
Can I just give my Chip Patterson story? My wife, this is 25 years ago, she was at a fundraiser for Northwestern, and she ran into the dean of Northwestern Dental School, and she said that she's from Mokena, and the dean said, "Oh, Mokena, that's where my dentist is." And my wife said, "Wait a minute, you never heard of Mokena, you don't know what Mokena is." He said, "No, I take the Scopey's whip, get in the Rock Island, get off at the station, and walk to Wolf Road." And my wife said, "Why would the former dean of Northwestern Dental School come to Mokena for a dentist? It doesn't make any sense." He said, "No, very simple. Chip was the best dental student we ever had at Northwestern." Well, we switched. We've been with him ever since that time. But that's how we got. What better recommendation could you have?
Thank you, Jim, and thank you to Public Works. You guys were fantastic, driving all those kids around. You didn't lose any of them.
Not that we know of.
It's a good anything, so.
Standard.
Carl's getting nervous.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you, everyone, for attending this meeting. May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting, please?
So moved.
Second.
We got a motion, probably second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passed. Thank you, everybody.